If you don't know who Nick Fuentes is, then good on you because you've saved yourself some headache. But he's this little fucking flea on the far right wing, who sort of leads this group of men called the Groypers. The guy who allegedly shot Charlie Kirk was one of these Nick Fuentes disciples, and Nick Fuentes had been beefing with Charlie Kirk for some time leading up to the assassination, as Nick Fuentes is trying to be the new Charlie Kirk and take over that spot, and he was saying that Charlie Kirk wasn't far right enough. Anyway, Nick Fuentes is this minuscule little flea on the ass of society who is working overtime to make himself relevant. And he says the most outlandish things that you could possibly imagine. And here he is talking with Tucker Carlson about why your wife can't be your best friend. Because women need to be subservient to men. Watch this.
No, because I hear this all the time, and I hate this. Guys will say, I married my best friend. And I think, she's your wife. She's not your best friend. Because there's a difference.
What is the difference?
I think that when you talk about your best friend, you're a peer. You're an equal. And I think your best friendships are with other men. And I think that your wife ultimately is subordinate to you. She's your helpmate. And ultimately, as the man in the marriage and as the father, you have authority, the final say over the household.
Well,
and she can give advice. It's not to say I'm not a freak where you say, shut up, woman. I mean, of course, you discuss things with your wife and your wife gives input, but the authority rests with the man.
Of course. Of course.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but I wouldn't take dating advice from either of these guys. And if you don't know who that is, I don't blame you. He's pretty much irrelevant outside of his diehard fringe base, but that's Nick Fuentes. And the normalization of Nick Fuentes needs to stop, and it needs to stop right now. He's going on this new publicity tour trying to repair his image because he was canceled, and he claims the reason he was canceled is because he was the first one to condemn Israel on the right, when in reality he was canceled because he's a literal white nationalist. He's a white guy that says the N-word on a regular basis. He's one of the most hateful, repulsive human beings, and he tricks people into thinking that he's smart because he talks fast. It's the same thing Charlie Kirk did, but his ideas are so idiotic and repulsive, like the ones you heard.
He's also alone. He's not married. He doesn't have a partner. As a matter of fact, it is widely known that this Groypers group, some of the members of this Groypers group, some of the male members, because they cannot find women that want to date them, and I'm not being joking when I'm saying this. This is all very real. You can look it up yourself. The male members of this Groyper group, some of them that are more feminine, play the role of the feminine partner, and these alpha male Groypers will end up having intercourse with the more feminine members of their organization. In other words, gay sex. Just go look all of that up. You can go down the rabbit hole. There's a shit ton of information about it out there, but why in the world would anybody listen to relationship advice from Nick fucking Fuentes? I wouldn't listen to relationship advice from Tucker Carlson either, but Nick Fuentes is going to tell you who your best friend is and what your wife's supposed to be, and you're supposed to be, you have dominance over your home. Man, I'm a fucking partner with my wife. If you live in a house where you think that you have biblical authority over everyone and everything, god damn, you oh my god. That's why you're alone, dude. That's why you're alone. And that's why you will die alone.